It's winter, as you can see by my car. It took a little while to get into the yard. And because of the cold weather, the engine light came on. So the glow plug light comes on and goes off. Well, it went off right away and now it's staying on. And it takes a long time to go off. And the engine light is on, but it runs fine, and eventually the glow plug light does go off. I put the scanner on it and it said glow plug relay fault. So I don't know the back history on this car. Like, I got this car when it had 185,000 kilometers on it. So the glow plugs and the glow plug relay, there's the glow plug relay right there on the rear passenger side. And your glow plugs are right in there. There's 1, 2, and 3. And I have a bunch of used glow plugs, so I'm going to test those out. I didn't bring the scanner with me, so I can't clear the codes. I don't know if this new glow plug relay that I got from the pick and pull place is any good, but I don't know. This one says made in Malaysia, but I know the one that's in there is causing a code, and I started it up when it was like -10 and it had trouble starting. It started, but it was starting without glow plugs. I don't know if the fault is with the glow plugs or if the fault is with the relay itself or the wiring. So I'm going to pull the glow plugs out. I'm going to check each one, see if they're actually getting hot, and see if there's any burned out ones. So to get those connections off, depending on how long they've been on there, like I don't know if you can see the top of the glow plug there is all rusted out. That one was really hard to pop off. So there's the connector that pops onto the top of the glow plug. So if you have a pair of needle nose pliers to get in there, and there's you'll see there's 2 tabs on either side at the top there. Just want to squish the tabs in. And depending on how long it's been on there, or if it's rusted, it might be hard to get off. And how good your pliers are. So you can, just put your hand on the fuel rail or the cover, and then just turn your hand back and kind of pry it off that way, and that works anyway. Just in here, this is the trickiest one, but should be able to get. Be careful with your return lines, these 2 plastic lines here, and with the fittings. They get really brittle over time. Like when this was brand new, this was a nice supple line, and now it's pretty hard. So careful trying to move those around. I recommend don't even touch those. But the plastic that holds the wiring for does it hold the wires for the injectors? No, it doesn't. It holds the wires for something. Oh, that's the wiring for the glow plug relay running across there. So if I can get my needle nose in there, then I can get that last clip off. Okay, so then just get the wire out of the way. And I thought it was a 14 millimeter, but it looks smaller. So. Okay, so the glow plugs are a 10 millimeter. You need a 10 millimeter deep. 10 millimeter deep socket to take the glow plugs out. And if you have a 3/8 ratchet instead of a 1/4 inch, like 1/4 inch. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, a larger ratchet might be better than the smaller one. The smaller one might just strip out or not. And be careful with it. I don't like the way that feels. If that snaps off, I'm totally screwed. Just go back the other way, loosen up the threads a little bit. These glow plugs have never been taken out probably since the car was new. Probably a whole crap load of carbon on the back of that. Yeah, that doesn't feel too nice coming out of there. And the glow plug is pretty strong. Okay, it's getting looser, but that feels really tight, like it's like carboned right tight inside there. Oh, it's squeaking. Maybe that's just the threads. But it's an aluminum head, so I don't know. Maybe it's not an aluminum head. There we go. It's getting looser. So, the best way to remove a glow plug, if it's carboned in there, is you loosen it off all the way, and then you start your motor and you rev it up. No, don't do that. It'll come shooting out and probably get stuck in the roof, or in this case, break the moonroof. But I think this one might be stuck in there a little bit. Okay, I got it out. All the threads are out. It's just a matter of pulling that thing out. Maybe I can do it with the needle nose. Maybe not. If not, I got a set of channel locks. That's how I work. I'm just gonna wiggle it out side to side. Oh, there we go. It came out pretty easily. Okay, so there's one. Yeah, it's carbon, but it's it broke free, I guess. Okay, glow plug one. There we go. That one's cleaner than the other one. Now for the last one. Somehow, maybe there's space that clip can go down or something. Out of the way. Can get that out of there. It's probably, like, before I did this, I didn't blow it out with the air hose because I don't have an air compressor here. It's probably a good idea to take an air hose, maybe break it free, and do a couple turns out, and then blow out all the crud with the air hose before you pull them out. But I don't have an air compressor out here. Well, I do. It's just I have to run the air hose out. Okay, come on, go for it. That one pulled out easy. And that one's the cleanest out of all of them. So those are the ones I got from Pick and Pull. And those are the ones that came out of the car. You can see there's quite a bit of difference. These ones are pretty crudded up as these ones are pretty new. So I'm going to check those ones. And if they all work good, those are the ones that are going in because they look newer. So that one's good. That one got hot really fast. And I took it off. You don't want to leave the power on for an extended period of time because you could burn it out. So just quick on, quick off. You know, the same amount of time that the glow plug really comes on. No more than like 10 seconds. So that one's burned out, didn't come on at all. Yeah, so that one's burned out. It looks new, but it's burned out. This is the old one that's still good. So those are the 3 good ones. So I'll check the other ones from the car. This one took a little bit longer to heat up than those 2 newer ones. It's still really freaking hot. Look at that, burned a mark in my finger, just like instantly. That one's burned out. So the car had 1 burned out glow plug, and the car I got the glow plugs from had 1 burned out glow plug as well. Yeah, that stays hot for a fair amount of time. Just be careful, just because, so you heat that thing up, and just because it doesn't look red hot anymore and you touch the end, and before you know it, you burned a little round mark at the end of your finger. Yeah. Even though it doesn't look hot, it's probably still hot. Okay, so those are the 3 good injectors. I'm going to use this one that came out of the car. It heated up a little bit faster than the other one, so I'll use the better of those 2. So same procedure in reverse. Just take your pliers, put the glow plugs in the hole. Be careful not to cross thread them. Start them in by hand, and then tighten them down. I'll look online what the torque spec is for the glow plugs, and I'll put it on the bottom of the video. Yeah, and then once they're tight, you can try starting your car. And when I'm tightening it, I'm feeling it by hand. I would, when you tighten yours, tighten it to the torque spec I put on the bottom there. Tighten at your own risk. Look up the torque spec on your own. And once you got them torqued down, you can pop the clips back on. You just pop back on, same way they came off. There you go. And those other 2 I'll have to fish over and get them snapped down there. So that's where pliers come in handy. There we go. the last and the trickiest one. Over. Once I got it up high enough, I could clamp it. There we go. Okay, so be careful of your return lines. That's what that is, return line. It's a fuel line anyway. Just reach in there and there's a clip on both sides. So I'll reach in there and squish the edges of the clip together. It's got two little tabs on either side, so just squish it and pull it out. Do one side and do the other, just rock it. And then the other one just has the one at the back. Again, careful with your return lines. Is that return lines? Yeah, it's fuel return line. And just go behind there and press in and wiggle it off. As easy as it sounds. And then it looks like a Torx, so 2 Torx screws with an extension. Just go down there and unbolt it and bolt your new one in. So I'm going to do that now. The Torx is E10. E10 Torx to remove the glow plug relay. Just the 2 bolts on there. Yeah, I think the best way is to take it out from the bottom. You can do it like that. Get your big clip coming out first, but the underside is probably the best. This one says made in Malaysia too. Maybe that's the factory. Maybe that is a factory part then. Yeah, this is the replacement one. This one says made in Malaysia. I thought it was newer, but maybe not. No visible damage. No melted contacts or anything. Suppose I could unscrew it as a Phillips. So that's what's in there. I don't see any relays. It uses transistors. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a bunch of transistors in there, so that's it. That's instead of the relays. So if something does burn out in one of these, it would most likely be the transistors. That's those three-prong flat things with the screws in them. See right there, that's a transistor. There's 2 transistors right there. There's 2 transistors right there. It says, I just noticed it says made in Malaysia on the back. But it says Bosch on the front, so it is a genuine Bosch part. And it has the Mercedes symbol on it. Little Mercedes symbol. Slide it out, slide it back in carefully underneath those return lines. Oh, there are the bolts in there, so I'll just try to tighten it down by hand. Yeah, these don't have to be very tight, it's just holding the plastic down. Make sure it's snapped down. That big power wire, that powers everything there. Make sure both sides are snapped down on that one. Okay, about -10 outside. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, any difference with the glow plugs? plug shut off. Come on, glow plugs. How long are you gonna stay on for? Yeah, it's probably, there it goes. But engine light's still on. I'll have to get my scanner to clear it. Just cycle it again. There we go, so it's cycled on and cycled off. So the glow plug relay is working, and it's running the 12 volts to the glow plug. So we got 3 good glow plugs. Glow plug relay is working, so glow plugs are working.